Jayne Mansfield, born Vera. Jayne Palmer on April 19, 1933 in Bryn Mawr, Pennsylvania, was a cultural icon and a celebrated sex symbol of the 1950s and 1960s. With her striking beauty, curvaceous figure, and magnetic personality, she became one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. However, beneath the glitz and glamour lay a complex woman of ambition, talent, and vulnerability. Jayne was the only child of Herbert William Palmer, a lawyer, and Vera Jeffrey Palmer. After her father's sudden death in 1936, her mother remarried and the family moved to Dallas, Texas. From an early age, Jayne exhibited a flair for performance. She studied piano, violin, and dance, demonstrating a natural inclination for the arts. A bright student with a high IQ of 163, Jayne was not just a beauty, but also intellectually gifted. She attended Southern Methodist University and later the University of Texas at Austin, where she studied drama. While in college, she married Paul Mansfield in 1950, and the couple had a daughter, Jayne Marie, in 1950. Despite her domestic life, Jayne nurtured her dream of stardom. In 1954, the family moved to Los Angeles, where Jayne pursued acting while juggling the responsibilities of a young mother. Jayne's journey to fame began with small roles in films and television. In 1955, she signed a contract with Warner Brothers, followed by a breakthrough role in the Broadway production of Will Success' Spoil Rock Hunter. Her comedic timing and glamorous persona made her an instant sensation, leading to a film adaptation in 1957. Jayne became a rival to Marilyn Monroe, often cast in similar dumb blonde roles. Films like The Girl Can't Help It, 1956, showcased her comedic abilities and screen presence. She also proved her dramatic chops in The Wayward Bus, 1957, earning a Golden Globe for Most Promising Newcomer. Known for her publicity stunts, Jayne expertly used the media to keep herself in the spotlight. Her appearances often highlighted her hourglass figure, and she became famous for wardrobe malfunctions that kept tabloids buzzing. Despite the public's perception of her as a shallow starlet, Jayne was a shrewd businesswoman who understood the power of her image. Jayne's personal life was as dramatic as her career. After divorcing Paul Mansfield in 1958, she married Hungarian bodybuilder Mickey Hargitay, a former Mr. Universe, in 1958. The couple had 3 children, Miklos, Zoltan, and Mariska, the latter of whom became a successful actress best known for her role in Law & Order, SVU. Jayne's marriage to Hargitay was highly publicized, often seen as the epitome of Hollywood glamour. They performed together in live shows and appeared in films like Promises, 1963, the first major motion picture to feature a mainstream star nude. However, their union ended in divorce in 1964. Her third marriage, to film director Matt Cimber, produced one child, Antonio, but it also ended in divorce in 1966. Jayne's relationships were often tumultuous, marked by rumors of infidelity and clashes between her public and private lives. By the mid-1960s, Jayne's career began to wane as Hollywood moved away from the type of glamorous sex symbols she epitomized. Roles became scarce, and she transitioned to nightclub performances and European films. While these projects were less prestigious, Jayne maintained her star power, drawing crowds wherever she performed. Despite the setbacks, Jayne remained a devoted mother. Her children described her as warm and loving, often bringing them on set or to her nightclub performances. She also pursued various personal interests, including a fascination with astrology and a rumored connection to the Church of Satan, which added to her mystique. On June 29, 1967, Jayne Mansfield's life was tragically cut short in a car accident near Slidell, Louisiana. She was traveling with her boyfriend, Sam Brody, and 3 of her children when their car collided with a truck. Jayne, Brody, and the driver were killed instantly, but her children miraculously survived. The circumstances of her death became infamous, fueling speculation and sensationalized accounts. Despite the tragedy, Jayne's legacy endured, cementing her status as one of Hollywood's most enduring icons. Jayne Mansfield left an indelible mark on pop culture. She was one of the first actresses to blend movie stardom with media savvy, paving the way for modern celebrities who leverage their public personas. Beyond her sex symbol image, Jayne was a trailblazer who challenged societal norms and redefined Hollywood glamour. Her legacy lives on through her films, her children, and the countless stars she inspired. Mariska Hargitay, in particular, has often spoken of her mother with admiration, describing her as a woman of intelligence, kindness, and resilience. Jayne Mansfield was more than a blonde bombshell. She was a multifaceted woman who lived life on her own terms. Though her life was brief, her impact on Hollywood and popular culture remains timeless.